So once we have our geometry inserted into answers, double click on mesh. So meshing is where most people struggle with a bit, so I'm gonna explain step by step. Well, again, you don't need to understand everything I'm doing. If you want to, you can look it up in your own time. The purpose of this video is to how to make a successful CFD. So let's go to mesh. Let's just generate the mesh, see what the computer wants for us. Click on mesh to see the mesh. As you can see, it created a mesh, but it's not super accurate. It's not capturing any. This is if you run this is gonna be very bad and give us very bad results. So what we're gonna do is, first things first, you need to create name selections. So you need to assign inlet and outlet, and assign the top and bottom as symmetries, and give our airfoil a name. So go on the top right here, go on edge selection, and once you selected the front edge, as you can see it's highlighted in green, just press N on your keyboard and name it inlet. Go on the back edge and press N on your keyboard and name it outlet, and choose the top and bottom. You can choose both by left click on the mouse while holding the control, and press N again, name them symmetry, and you can choose airfoil. For some reason it splits into two edges, so you need to click on the top edge and hold control and click on the bottom edge and name them airfoil. So the name selection is a very important part. As you can see here, we have our name selections: inlet, outlet, symmetry, and airfoil. Alright. Now we go to global settings. So a rule of thumb. So the featuring, I've provided some materials that can support so we need to go to sizing next over here, and obviously I'm not going to explain what these features do. I've provided support materials that you can read, but you need to just follow me along for now. Let's go to the featuring and turn it off. Go to capture curvature, make sure it's on yes, and put this as 9 degrees. Press enter, and the element size, just put it as 20% of the airfoil, so that should be 0.02, and click generate. I've ran into some issues, so I had to change the global sizing to 0.2 meters, just for the sake of saving time. Alright, and we have our mesh right here. And the third thing we're going to do is to put an inflation. So to put inflation, or the boundary layer is the layer that captures the forces in the and the near wall interactions on the airfoil. So this is what we're gonna get our coefficients from. So go to mesh on the top left corner, right click on it, insert, go to inflation. Now to set the scoping method, you need to select the whole face and press apply. And boundary scoping method, you can go to name selection and choose our airfoil and press enter and click generate. Click on the mesh to see it. So as you can see right here, we have our boundary layer, but this is This is not gonna give us close results. To get to the closest results as possible, you need to go to the link in the description, go to links, open this document, copy and paste this link, open a new tab. It should give you this page. So this page just automatically calculates the inflation layer, or the layer thickness. So I'm just gonna put a velocity of 20 meters per second, obviously depending on what velocity you're gonna use in your case, and the length is 1 meter. Viscosity, I'm just gonna put the default one, 1.8, 1.1, 1.81. E minus 5. E minus 5 means 10 to the times. And density is 1.1. That's fine. Y plus, just put it as 1 for now. And the layers, just put it as, you can put 30, is fine. And press calculate. So this is the first layer. This you need to get right. And growth rate is 1.17. Alright, we're gonna ignore this for now, but the growth rate is default and answer is gonna be 1.2. So we need to copy this, the first layer thickness, go to our inflation. Now choose the inflation option, go to first layer thickness and paste our number. Choose the number of layers as 30 and click generate. Let's go see our mesh. This is our boundary layer. As you can see, the first layer is so small, you can barely see it. You need to zoom in so much to see it. So this is our boundary layer. Now the next thing we're gonna use, or we're gonna check, go to quality. This was mentioned in the PDF and the link in the description. So this PDF is from ANSYS. It's a meshing guide. Basically, if you're stuck in anything in meshing, just check this PDF. You have some helpful resources. Now go to the mesh. So two things you need to check for: skewness. Skewness should not exceed 0.9, so the maximum skewness we have is 0.83. And the orthogonal quality should not be less than 0.1. So our orthogonal quality is a bit bad right now. Alright, so what can we do to solve this issue is insert sizing. Now what we're gonna do right now is make the sizing around the airfoil. We're gonna have smaller elements. So again, go to capture curvature, click OK. Go to element size, let's give it 0.001. So that should be 1 E minus 3. So that should be 1 millimeter. Alright, now once the meshing is done, you can see here, yeah, the skewness is not getting any better. But our boundary layer is getting finer. Alright. Let's check skewness. Yeah, it's gotten worse. The issue is the global sizing. So how many elements have we got so far? 60,000. We can refine it a bit more. Obviously the number of elements and all of this, you need to make a mesh dependent study to see the optimal mesh, but Right now we're not trying to do that, we're trying to save a bit of time and get this done. So let's make the global sizing a bit smaller. This should take a bit of time as well. Alright, after the mesh is done, let's check our mesh right here. Yeah, it's not getting any better. And you can see these are the skewed elements. Well, obviously you can solve that by making an area of influence or a body of influence around the airfoil. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just gonna say we're happy with this mesh right here. We got around 60,000 elements. We should say fine. Now close the meshing. Go to our answers tab. You have this lightning symbol, that means it's not updated, so all you need to do is right click and click on update.